day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Karen Carey and Nana Beffy. You two have been together for 2 years. You have no children together. You both have children from previous relationships. I believe, Ms. Carey, you want him to put a ring on it already. Mr. Beffy, there's some problems on your end. So, Ms. Carey, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship and why we're here today?
Well, Judge, I met Nana 2 years ago. We were in a gas station. I was on the way to work.
Yeah.
And he was standing behind me. And I looked back, you know, the little casual look back. He was looking. I looked at him. He looked like he was having problems pumping his gas, or maybe so I thought. So I walked over to him. Maybe that was his ploy. Like, okay, well, you know, let me stall. And I know he pumped gas before. Good grief.
Right.
So, you know, so we went over. And I said, are you having problems with your pump? He said no. Nana's quiet. You know, he's kind of reserved. So he finally came over to the car. And he said, hey, beautiful. He said, what's your name? And I said, Karen. I said, finally, you know, okay, you spoke.
Bro, shout out to her, man. I ain't got nothing but respect for the ladies that go press up, man. I respect that. I respect them.
So we exchanged numbers. Before we exchanged numbers, I asked him 2 things. Are you married? His reply was, why? So my little antenna went up. But the other antenna was like, he kind of cute, and I just got out something. So I was like, well, you know, I'm like, okay. He was a little bit, you know, a little dingy looking, had on little work clothes. I'm like, okay, you know, he's a hardworking man. That's what's up. And then I asked him, he said, no. He came on in and said, no, I'm not married. And I said, well, do you have a girlfriend? He stated no. So I'm thinking like, okay, fine. So from there, we started seeing each other. We went out like maybe, I met him, I think it was April 15th, 2016. And we had went out that Friday. That was our first date. And from then, we were inseparable.
Mr. Beffy, so far, has she got it right?
Yes, it's to my honor.
Okay. Got anything to add?
No.
Okay. Ms. Carey, when did you first realize something was amiss?
Well, I'll say that next Thursday. I'm kind of good with, you know, days. He's oh, it's not true. It's not true. Women can be kind of nosy, which I can be. You know, I went into his phone. His phone was open. He was doing something. Something prompted me to go into the phone. And
you only knew him a week and you already in his phone?
Yeah, because I got to find out what's going on, Judge. I don't want to be dealing with somebody, you know, I'd rather know in the beginning so I can walk away. You know, I don't have time to waste. I'm getting old out here.
Okay.
So, you know, so I seen the picture of a woman, and she stated she loved him, and he wrote back he loved her in the text message. So I was like, okay, you know, you love her. So I asked him about it, and he was like, oh, it's my ex. And I'm like, okay, well, why are you and your ex telling each other you love each other? The story he told me was like, oh, I couldn't wait to get away from her. You know, this and this went on. I'm like, okay, you know, and I met you. So if you met me, and I know it was only a week, but I'm thinking like, what's going on here? So with that, a couple incidents happened. We got into
Give them to me briefly. I don't need Thursday,
Okay.
Friday, all that.
He and I had got
Give me
into
the broad strokes.
He and I had got into an argument, and I decided, you know, that woman's instinct, because she stayed. I found out she stayed like literally around the corner from me, and I waited a few minutes because I had already scoped the scene before, but the way her apartments are set up, you go in one way and you come out one way. So I can actually sit in my driveway maybe 2 or 3 minutes, let him get around the corner, get up into the parking lot, and then I can go, because like I said, it one way in and one way out. Well, I caught him coming out, and I blew the horn. I'm like, beep, 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 you know, flagging, and he was looking straight ahead like...
Like he didn't hear you.
I'm like, I know he seen me, so I followed him. I followed him for about a good 2 miles before I actually got him to pull over. And I got out, and I was like, what are you doing? I was like, why are you coming out of, you know, your ex's apartment complex? He looked me dead in my face. I didn't come out her apartment complex. Sometime Nana can lie so good that the color shirt he has on is blue. He'll tell me it's red, and I'll second guess my own self.
Right.
So when I knew that I seen this man with my own 2 eyes coming out of this woman's apartment complex, and I followed his car, which was his, and him in it, he had me really second guessing myself. I was like, well, really,
Did
was
I
that
really
him?
see him?
Exactly. So I was snapped out of that, and I was like, wait a minute, that was you. So so I warned him.
Did he finally admit it?
He finally admitted it. He even swore to God, I swear to God. And I was like, oh, Lord, he swore to God. So,
Hang on.
yes.
He ain't said
Mr.
a
Buffy,
word.
do you have a different version of that event?
Yes, my honor.
Why don't you tell me what you say happened?
We get an argument with her.
Right.
And then finally, like, I'm going home. And then she already know about that woman. Because she go through my phones, the text message she's talking about, that I love her. Yes, I said it is old text message. She find out, but because she's nosy, she want to be
Right, all in
like,
it.
yeah, and then she said, oh, this is a new one. And then I said, okay, if you say it's that, that's it is. Because I've already told you this woman wouldn't have nothing to do. Me
But
and
were
her.
you in? Did you come out of her apartment
yeah.
complex?
Yeah.
What were you doing in there?
No, I just went there because I want to find out to tell her that she lied about we having sex together. She told her
That
we
hadn't
having
taken place
sex.
yet.
Yes, that's
That hadn't taken place yet.
So you
it
went
take
over
place.
there to tell her, don't tell your new woman that you're having
yes.
sex anymore.
Yeah, because we're not having sex.
You're-
We don't do nothing. We don't
Went
even
all
see
the way
each
over
other.
there to tell her that.
Yeah, we don't even see each other. Yes, we don't even see each other. And then you find out
I got you.
And-
I hear what you're saying.
yeah.
What happened next?
Your Honor, mind you, I want to know what was going on.
Right.
So I contacted her through Facebook. So this lie he's telling right here, talking about he went down there to tell her that prior,
Right.
that hadn't even,
Yeah.
unless he got some kind of deja vu I don't know nothing about.
Yeah. Mr. Buffy, let me tell you something. When you're dealing with a woman like this, who's hard on her inspector grind,
Yes.
you really can't beat the facts. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You got to play it straight down the middle, because she's going to discover it, and she don't forget nothing.
Nothing.
Within the first couple of weeks,
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
been very suspect.
Yes, ma'am.
Yet you stayed.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me what happened next.
Well, after that incident, after he finally admitted it, and this is new news to me why he went down there, but after he finally admitted it, I asked him, I said, please, I said, if we're to make something of us, don't go down to her apartment anymore. Let's just keep, if you're done with her, be done
Be
with her.
done.
Exactly, just be done with her. And he promised that he wouldn't do it again.
What happened next?
There was a second time. He came to my apartment. We were not speaking. He came to my apartment, and I peeked out the window. He had his little friends with him, and he's knocking on the door, and I was like, okay, I'm tired. I don't feel like dealing with this. And I wasn't dressed. I was about to get in the shower, and I was like, well, I'll just basically catch him later. So the second time, I was like, okay. Went upstairs. I took my shower. Something didn't sit right. Because he was still knocking on the door. He was knocking on the door so long, gave me time to take a shower, lotion up, comb my hair, brush my teeth, you know what I'm saying, pet the cat that I don't have, all that. And I'm like, okay, he finally left. So when he left, now, Your Honor, I got to say, I just threw on something. I didn't put on anything under it. I had a little nightgown, went outside. I'm like, I'm about to drive around this apartment complex again. Sure enough, him and his crew, they coming out. So this time, I pulled like beside him, kind of like not blocking, but blocking him a little bit. And I jumped out the car. Bare assets hanging out. I'm about to go off. His friend jumps out the car. Ma'am, calm down. I was like, nope. I was like, he's just around here to get something that belongs to him. I said, I belong to him, and there's nothing that he needs with this woman because he's been away from her for a while. Get your butt back in the car. Don't say nothing to me. He hops back in the car. I had a problem with him ever since. So Nana and I had issues, and I kind of like, like, are you the stupidest man alive? I said, didn't I ask you the first time, do not come back down to this woman's apartment complex? Why are you here again? I said, you got to be the stupidest.
Mr. Buffy, what is your version of that event? Did that happen?
Yeah, man.
Did she
it
block you in
happened.
with the car?
She trying to kill me.
Bro, this the second, third one of the week, man. I tell ya, bro, she will buy you a Range Rover if she love you enough. You make her mad or cheat on her, she'll run your ass over with it.
because she crossed me with the car, and then this is my family members. They're looking where to stay. They just came from New York, and then I said, okay, I've been staying here before. This apartment to me is good. Let me go and show you guys around. It's not that I go to my ex, and then we're coming out.
I'm just showing the family the spot.
Yeah, and then we're coming out, and then you come, or you go to her again. You took your family members to show that you have two wives or girlfriends or something. I said, what the hell are you talking about? This is...
Yeah, Mr. Buffy, let me ask you a question.
Yes, my honor.
She's growing through your stuff, chasing you with cars, you know, calling you out in front of your friends within the first few weeks of the relationship. Why did you not run then?
Yes, my honor. I ran, but we are in love with each other. We came back again. I ran away. Yes.
But you came back.
Yeah, she came back because she followed me again from that to my house. She came to the, in the middle of the night, I saw a car, like, who is this? And then I was like, I see, she's the one.
Well,
And then I
she's
said,
the
okay.
one.
Yeah, she's the one again.
You say she's the one. But what I know, I mean, I just could not believe who the other woman in this situation actually is. I mean, it blew my mind. Mr. Buffy, are you married?
No.
Yes, you are.
No?
You got a divorce?
Yes.
So what you told me about not being able to get a divorce from a woman in Ghana under the circumstances
Nah,
and the
that's
religious
in
and the
Ghana. My honor,
Ashanti
that's in
tribe.
Ghana.
Hang on. I want to tell you what you told me in the Ashanti tribe. And the difficulties before going before the elders and all of that did not occur. Consequently, you cannot get a divorce is untrue.
Oh, that one is in Ghana. I thought you talking about the woman she's talking about here.
That wife is in Ghana.
Yeah.
The woman you're talking about here, you're not married to, but you are married to a woman in Ghana.
That one, yeah, I was
That
married.
one, yeah, you're married to.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
That's the wife you got.
Yes.
Yes.
When did you find out about the wife in Ghana?
Well, she sent me a whole slew of wedding pictures.
Now, when did you find out that he was actually married to a woman in Ghana?
About four or 5 months
4 months ago.
Yes, ma'am.
4 months ago. Beautiful wedding.
Yes, my honor.
Oh, my goodness.
Don't rub it in, Your Honor. Look.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was cold. Not my fault.
It
My
ain't
bad.
it ain't that beautiful
was
because
just
you've been here
wrong.
with me for 2 years and ain't been home since. And that's the same thing I said. Beautiful because I'm not a hater.
Mr. Buffy, what you doing over there? I mean, what's your end game? What's your outcome? What you looking to get done? You looking to marry her? You looking to get a divorce?
Yeah.
What are you trying to get done?
The family have to be together because they join us together. They have to be together to see it before we can get them.
You've been with her 2 years. You haven't gotten that done yet?
My honor, I was scared to tell her that I was married by that time because Karen, so many times you tell her your problem, she use against you.
No. Stop putting it on her, bro. You gotta be the one to tell her. She not the one that got married. You the one that's married. You're married, bro. At the end of the day, you can't put your blank or whatever on her and be like, oh, I can't tell her this because then she gonna act that way. Nah, you just ain't found whatever you need to find to tell her. But you should tell her, bro. That's not on her. We gotta stop that. Stop it.
Yeah, that's a wonderful excuse, but that has nothing to do with the fact that you didn't go back and take care of your business and get a
Exactly.
divorce. Having said that, I'm gonna say this. I'm about to go back, write down exactly what I said from your mouth, and skewer you with your own words. Buffy, you, me, Nick, and everybody watching know you wrong. You trifling, you got a woman over here and a woman over there, and then you got this woman here, and you're trying to rotate in a manner not to get caught. And what happened to you was you ended up with a little junior league detective over here, and then your life got messy. You know you're wrong, you know you messed up, you feel you're fine with it, but that's trifling wrong and tacky, and you shouldn't have done it. And you need to honor that woman that you already married. Those vows meant something. Shame. You said in the first week of knowing him Why you went through his phone was because I'd rather know in the beginning so I can walk away. You found out there was a problem in the beginning, yet you did not walk away. Then the next time you found out there was a problem and you did your little race with the car, you said, "Are you the stupidest man alive?" Yet you stayed with him. Are you asking the wrong person who's stupid? Then, after you did it again and then you found further information that he was sleeping with this other woman, you said, and I asked you why you keep looking like that, you said, "I just want to know, so if he's really involved, I just walk away." Yet again, you did not walk away. You believe that you're looking in order to determine whether or not you should stay, but that ain't the case. You decided once you met him at the gas station, this is gonna be my dude. And you let him do you wrong and do you wrong and do you wrong. You search and you catch him and you do all this because that's your nature, that's your instinct. You know he ain't a right guy.
Yes, ma'am.
Then when you found out he was actually married, you still stayed.
And you
So
right.
don't tell that lie to yourself no more. You decided that you wanted to unhook this man from all the other chicks he's with and keep him. And you've allowed him to continue to misuse you, misuse his wife, and misuse that other woman. I think he was wrong, tacky, and foul, because I told him he was wrong, tacky, and foul. In case you didn't hear me, let me do it again. You were wrong, tacky, and foul. But you just being
But my
ridiculous over there. Absolutely and positively ridiculous. If you're going to look for evidence of a crime, once you find it, you got to convict the person. But why are you going to look for evidence of the crime if you're going to let him continue to commit it?
And you're
Don't
right.
make no sense.
And you're
So,
right.
this was a before your vows. I couldn't even pretend like I was going to do something like that. You were wrong, you were married, and you crazy.
Your Honor, I did.
Don't be one of these women who catches a piece of a man, and no matter what she sees that tells her it is not going to end the way she wants it, continues to pursue that man, get angry with that man, give herself heartache and jealousy, and run around all over the place, knowing full well it'll never turn out.
Yes, ma'am.
I would rather be alone and happy than with one-third of a dude and angry all the time.
Yes,
The
ma'am.
decision is yours.